Hi there, everyone. Welcome so much for joining me today. And today I'm going to be sharing how I do intrigue marketing and attraction marketing through Facebook Live. And so I actually have my computer right here in front of me, and I have my Facebook Live set up just for my telephone. And so I wanted to record this so that I can give it to you because when I end it, then I can do a little bit more coaching. And so I'm going to be talking about concepts. I'm going to be teaching and giving valuable content, but I'm not going to mention a name of a company. My whole point is to intrigue people to contact me. So it's so much more fun and easier. Instead of you chasing people, people actually are coming to you, knocking on your door, wanting what you have to offer. So I just wanted to share that with you. And if you have any questions at all, please comment down in the comment section. Make sure that you follow me here on YouTube because I do a lot of specific training, but also training that is non-specific to product in present or a company or training or coaching, whatever it may be. So my background is 30 years of fitness and nutrition and also an anti-aging expert. I have I coach people through personal fitness training. I coach them in nutrition. I do several different types of challenges. And it's just really been a lot of fun, especially as a single mom. Learning how to market online has been just a huge blessing for me. So not having to jump in a car and travel all over, it's been great. So gosh, I could just be here at my home and work and not have all those added extra expenses. And of course, when you know you have a home-based business, there are many, many benefits. So everyone should have some type of home-based business. Right there's a minimum of approximately $20,000 right off a year. And you can actually take a loss 3 years in a row before there's like a red flag or whatever with the IRS. So I'm told. I am not an expert. I am definitely not an accountant, but that's just what I'm told. So let's move right into this Facebook Live. I'm going to keep this recording while I start my Facebook Live. So hang on a minute here. Hey, afternoon, wherever you are calling in from or joining in today. I want to thank you so much for joining us. This is part 2 of our reset, replenish, and reboot challenge that I'm actually doing here over a 3-day period. So we had our first little live yesterday, and it was really fun, and we had several people on. And now today, I left you with a cliffhanger, right? I left you with a cliffhanger, and I said that today you were going to learn more about the forgotten organ in your body and how it actually has everything to do with your health, even your skin, even your moods, your hormones, all sorts of things. So that's what I'm going to be talking about today, and that's what I'm going to be revealing to all of you. So if you could please go ahead, invite your friends. There's a little button, just invite share or invite your friends to join in. I think you're really going to like the content that you learned today. So as I'm doing this live, I'm actually recording it also through my Zoom channel, and then I will be uploading it onto my YouTube so that you can reference back to it. If you are an online person that loves to teach and train and share your excellence, your brilliance, your passions, like my t-shirt said yesterday, you can actually go to my YouTube channel and learn more about how to market through lives and how to market through social media. And I've just had great mentors. It's not like, I'm taking all the credit at all. I've really had great mentors that have helped me and taught me and trained me. And so I always tell people, make sure you surround yourself with really great people that are better than you, with bigger goals, and it just really helps you stretch. And so it's been wonderful for me as a single mom, working my businesses from my home and doing a lot of things through social media. And so I just want to say right up front, thank you for your support. I greatly appreciate you and value you, not only as someone in my life, as a follower, but really that has helped support me over the years, and my children greatly, send out big hugs to you as well. So anyway, guys, we're going to get started here. Let's see, I have 12:01, so we're going to get started. And as you're joining, if you wouldn't mind just throwing some hearts out there, and in the comments, please just put in like the city or state you're from. I just like to know where people are joining in from. And if you are going to be watching the replay, do the same for me. Just let me know. I offered some free information and free content yesterday. And oh goodness, texting me and they're wondering how to log on. So I obviously do this on my business page, which is on Facebook. If you just type in, facebook.com/Nancy Anderberg Coach, in the URL, it'll take you right to this page. If you are friends with me on Facebook, I do post quite a bit to actually, let you know that I'm going live. So sorry, I'm a little distracted. How do I get on? I missed it. You're already starting and I can't get on. So anyway, they'll just have to listen to the replay then. So there's Karen. Hey, Karen. Thanks for joining. So again, I left you with a cliffhanger yesterday. This is part 2 of a 3-part series of lives that I'm doing. And with this comment, I said, today is going to be the big reveal of the forgotten organ in your body, the forgotten organ. And that forgotten organ actually has more cells in it than anything in your body. So how does that work? That doesn't make sense, right? It is your microbiome, okay? Or your gut. And through your gut system, and a lot of people go, what's my gut? Is it just my stomach? No, it's not. It actually starts from about right here and goes all the way down to your bumper, is what I always used to say when I was coaching gymnastics. I always say, tighten your bumper, be tight, be strong. So your bumper, okay? So, sorry, I'm a mom. What can I say? I got to add those comments. So that is your gut system. And so from literally throat, your esophagus, all the way down through all your colon and through to your rectum. That is really considered your whole gut system. Okay, and you have a specific areas throughout that GI tract that populate bacteria. Okay, so you have more living organisms in your body than you do cells in your body. In fact, there are over 40 trillion microorganisms in your body. It's kind of like crazy if you think about it. Live creatures. Yeah, you do. In fact, that's even more than all the stars in the sky. All the stars in the galaxy. I always say to my kids, I love you more than all the stars in the sky. I'm going to start saying, I love you more than all the microbiome in my body, in all the bodies in all the world, right? So it's just kind of a mind-blowing, thought. It's like, okay, like really, okay, this is science, this is real. And so I have been intrigued with the brain gut axis for many, many years. And years ago, 20 years ago, I started studying this stuff. And those of you that don't know, my background is in health, fitness, nutrition. I have 15 different certifications. And I just consider myself a student. I did work on my doctorate to become a naturopath doctor. I did not quite finish that because I started creating and manufacturing my own organic products and creating formulas and hiring teams of scientists to help me put it together to make it all work. And through, you just learn a lot, right? So I like to come on lives and share, a little bit about my background, but I really always come to you from a position of being a mom that cares about her children and cares about other people. I've been an entrepreneur for 30 years. And lives like this and social media has been just a great tool for me to help teach and train and share my passion. And I always say, hey, if I could just help one person, one person can turn into thousands and thousands. And I've seen that happen in my lifetime. And so I'm blessed. I'm so blessed. But anyway, okay, let's get back to the microbiome here. So, I'm sorry, I just keep thinking of all these mom moments, but what's the name? Okay, have you ever seen the show The Magic School Bus? And like, there is a series, you guys are probably thinking, but there's a series where the little school bus turns tiny and it goes and she swallows it and it goes into your whole digestive tract and system. And it's really, really a cool video. And so I would suggest even your little kids start teaching them about your microbiome because it has everything to do with your body. And guys, our number 2 killer in the United States today has to do with doctor prescribed medications, and most of those doctor prescribed medications are to deal with mental wellness issues like PTSD, which I know, well, all right, anxiety, I know all about that, all right, a personal experience, depression, schizophrenia. I mean, you name it. There's a million different mental wellness issues. And what I love is that today, finally, people are starting to talk about it. And the reason why people are starting to talk about it is because there's always been so much shame and guilt. And let me just tell you, the guilt goes to your microbiome, and it's not your fault because people just don't know this information. So it takes a loudmouth mama like me to to get out there to start to talk about it. So I'm really passionate about it because I've been able to reset, replenish, and reboot my microbiome and my children. Now, guys, I want you to understand this isn't just about taking a probiotic or prebiotics, because that's where the misinformation comes in. And like I said, I've been a holistic health practitioner for many years, and I've been repping a doctor's line that only practitioners and doctors can sell, and they have all these different kinds of probiotics and prebiotics. And guys, I was taking them all, and I was getting all my clients on it. But it was kind of a crapshoot because I don't know if you know this, you probably don't, because I didn't. And not to say I know everything, because I certainly don't. But there are very, very, very specific strains that deal with things with your brain, with your gut, the relationship between the brain, the heart, and the gut, and that is the axis. So it's not just the microbiome and what you have, the bacteria that you have in your microbiome, because you have good and you bad, and you need both. So I don't even like to use the word bad, but you need many different strains and many different types of bacteria going on in your microbiome, okay? But there are very specific strains, so that if you have some issues going on in your life due to the toxicity level of maybe the food you're eating or your environment. I mean, I grew up in South Dakota, around a farming community, a ranching community, many, many toxins out there, right? It really depends so much on your living environment, the food you're eating, the level of stress in your body, because our body has its own natural detoxification system. And when it stops working, it's really because of all these stresses we're putting on our body. And then if our mind isn't working correctly and we don't have the right strains in there that are communicating with the heart and the brain, because you have neurons right on your brain, of course, lots of neurons, and lots on your heart. A lot of people didn't know that, and in your gut. So that's why when people, you've heard it over the years that your gut is your second brain. People can say your stomach is your second brain. It's true, but there's one more piece missing. You have a third brain. So you're learning some biggies today. Your third brain is your heart. Neurons, 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 all right? And there's a whole communication system that has to be happening and working, and it has to be signaling correctly. So you have to have the right bacteria going on in your microbiome, but it has to be received, and so it takes very, very specific strains. And so there are hundreds and hundreds of different strains, right? But who knew all of this, that you needed certain ones? So let's say, if some of you suffer, for instance, autoimmune issues are a big, big deal, right? I mean, autoimmune disease, huge deal out there. Most of them, there's a direct correlation to leaky gut syndrome. Okay, what does that have to do with your microbiome? So I that I can take all of this passion and my limited amount of scientific research and things that I know, and I partnered with a doctor that is brilliant, and I'm learning all these amazing things, and I just can't help but share it with you. And so that's why I'm doing this teaching free. Typically I do everything through online programs that I charge for But I'm passionate about this. We need to get this word out. I want to start a movement, start a mission of teaching people about B3, and that stands for body brain biome. So we have many, many issues going on in our bodies, okay? And because we have these issues, it makes us think and feel a certain way. So it attacks our emotions. And you've heard things like, oh, I had this gut feeling, or go with your gut, or oh, my heart led me this way, or oh, my heart's just broken, I feel deflated and defeated, or oh, I'm sick to my stomach. You know, all of these things. I mean, as you're watching this, hey, Edway, as you're watching this, would you please just put, what phrases have you used when you're talking about your heart? You just say them flippantly. You don't even think about it. You say something about your gut or your heart. You know, oh gosh, I'm heartbroken. That what are some of those phrases? Just drop them down in the comments, because I want to hear them all, because there are a lot. Why do you think we say that? I don't know. I really believe it is that higher power, and to me that's God. That is just, it's in us, it's innate. But through revelation and through science and through loudmouths like me, people are starting to learn more about this. Okay, so now back to the whole emotion and the connection thing. So if you are low energy, or you're feeling blue, you're feeling down, a lot of people, a lot of things, circumstances. What can help you have better stress resilience? That means situational happens in your life, you can bounce back faster. It will happen for you more quickly if your microbiome is being replenished, okay? But I have a 3-day program that literally, I mean, I can show you this literally. It is scientifically supported, that can make a change in your microbiome in 3 days. And then I have a whole system and a challenge that I want to invite you to help you then with all the other things that need to happen to make you feel, believe, think, respond, react better. Okay, it's all about better. Don't we all want to get better? I mean, let's say that let's say you're an 8 or a 9. Don't we all want to be a 10? Don't we all want to our very, very best? Don't we want to be our best, for our spouse, or the people we're in relationships? Don't we want to be the best parents we can be? Don't we want to be successful business people? Well, if when we're grumpy and we're in pain, pain causes people to be extremely grumpy. And pain can be in your body, or it can be in your emotions. And for someone that went through unbelievable PTSD, and people kind of throw that word out there flippantly, like, oh, I have PTSD, oh, I almost got hit by a car, whatever. Like, yeah, that's true, you can kind of have it, but I mean, clinically diagnosed PTSD, like Vietnam vets. I think about my brother and what he went through as a Vietnam vet, and still goes through today, of how he literally, wakes up and does walk around his home still, and he's, pushing 70. That's pretty crazy stuff, right? So there are things that we can do in our body to help with all of that, so that we have resilience, so that we can come back to like reality faster, and be who we're created to be. And so that's why I'm passionate about this. So if you are interested in my 3-day reset, reboot, clinically, I have all the science to back it up, would you please message me, because I want to get this program to you. It's really, really important for you, and I believe everybody needs it. My 15-year-old did it, my 18-year-old, my 22-year-old. I haven't gotten my 24-year-old to listen to me long enough to at 24 they know everything, don't they? I don't know. Anyway, so it's just really, really important. I want to share that with you today, and these are all the reasons why. So then if you love that, you're going to love the B3 challenge. And so the B3 challenge is another step that's going to help you. So if you are not happy with where you're at with your weight, I'm going to coach you and help you through that process. but it all starts in your gut. It just does. So as a personal fitness trainer and nutrition coach all these years, I've had some clients that just, they white knuckle it. They're hungry all the time. They have cravings all the time. And it doesn't matter how many Band-Aids I put on it. I can say, drink this, take this. This suppresses your appetite. This does this. Yes, it does. But guess what? That's even a Band-Aid. Some of the times it is. If we can reboot our system to stop the cravings and to help create the healthy cravings, wouldn't that be the best answer? Just like medication, instead of putting a Band-Aid on a symptom, wouldn't you love to just heal the symptom? Okay, and there's so many natural resources, but scientifically I can show you and prove to you from research studies and through this doctor, this can happen for you. And you can change your attitude. If you just find that you are blue or you're down in the dumps and you're just not feeling right, it's because what's happening in your microbiome. Think about it. All those trillions of cells in your body, so much more than your body, so much more than what you have in your brain. It just makes sense, doesn't it? I mean, it's like, duh. It really took this many years to figure all this out. I always knew there was something with it because I've been so driven and so passionate about it. The other thing I'm really passionate about, the reason why I'm passionate about it, is because addiction is killing people. It's grabbing our kids, it's killing our children, it's wrecking our society in so many ways, and people don't know how to get out of it. And again, they white knuckle it. Ooh, I'm gonna start crying. I get really emotional about this. I've just seen it. I saw it in my mother growing up. I've seen it in past relationships of addiction, and it's sad. And even when they get cleaned up, right? Especially like with alcoholism, their body, because of their microbiome, is just going nuts. It wants sugar, it wants sugar, it wants sugar. Where does that come from? From alcohol, from sweets. And it's so hard. It's like literally, think about this. I'm getting off a little bit here, but I need to say this. If someone were to hold you underwater, you could hold your breath for a while, right? I call this white knuckling it. You could hold your breath for a little while, but eventually your body is going to breathe, right? That's how it is for people that are addicted to alcohol and other types of medication, even caffeine. You're so much because of trillions, 40 trillion cells in your body. They want it, they want it. How in the world can people control that in their brain? They can't. Do you see what I'm saying here? Guys, and I've helped a lot of people get into different types of facilities, and there are some great ones out there, but I don't know one that's addressing the full package, okay? So I'm sorry if you're not an addict. I bet you know someone that is. And I don't have an addictive bone in my body except I get a little codependent wanting to save the world, okay? But the thing is, I've had people that I love, and I've watched them destroy their lives, destroy their marriages, destroy, me actually in many ways. But thank God, I'm coming, right? It's difficult. This is a piece. Yes, you need therapy, no doubt. You need nutrition. You need proper nutrition. You got to get off the sugar. How do you do it? You need help. You need support. You need to replenish it. How do you do it? How do you know what strains? These are the things that we can help with. And I want to get this teaching and these types of programs in every single addiction facility around the country. So if you can get me on a talk show or whatever, whoever's watching, I will do it. I don't care if I look like a passionate idiot, but this is the answer to so many things. I believe there are three pieces. I believe it's that nutrition piece. It is that body piece. I believe it is the brain piece. It is the therapy and the mind, the soul. And then there's that spiritual piece and connecting with your creator. And I believe that with all my heart. And so I'm very passionate about this on so many levels. I'm passionate about the people that I've coached over the years that are stuck. that have suffered with thyroid issues, that have suffered with MS, like my brother and my friend Karen that's watching. It sucks to watch them decline and to not talk to someone for a while, and then you talk to them and you hear these things. Or like my friend Sean, this, I'm not saying this is going to heal anything, a disease at all. What I'm saying, it's going to heal your microbiome, that the knowledge is there, the research is there, the science is there to start that process now. And I promise you, those of you that are watching, you're going to start hearing about your microbiome. You're going to start hearing about brain-gut axis. You're going to start hearing about brain-gut-heart axis. And just, you'll be surprised. Even if you're watching this, you'll see things will start popping up on your social media and in your emails and the ads that go on. You're going to start seeing it on a massive, massive platform. And so just remember, we were here first. We were talking about it first. I want to help you guys get started. So if you want this 3-day reset, reboot, or replenish and reboot program, I want to get it to you. Okay, so please message me with your email. I want to get this information out to you, and I want to give you some other information that can help you really, really reset it. And then I want to invite you to my B3 challenge. So if you go to the B3, that's the letter B, like boy or like bi, b3challenge.com. It's just an information site. It tells you all the things that you get. I normally charge $1,200 to do nutritional coaching for people, and all the content and everything that I've created. And I have this great, marketing guru that has helped me, Michelle Sanchez. Thank you so much, to make it look all pretty. But a lot of money for that. I'm offering all of that coaching free because I'm so passionate about this. I'm just hoping, 1 or 2 people grab this and we'll start duplicating and spreading this news. So if you could spread this video for me, I would really, really appreciate it. I will talk to anybody about this topic. I want to, who knows? I mean, sometimes I just think, oh Lord, just use me. I'll do whatever you want. Ugh, sometimes that's scary. I just, my big vision is being part of the movement of starting, post-addiction groups, or even facilities in homes, like in recovery homes, teaching the 3 pieces. It's the nutrition piece is so big, the therapy piece is so big, and the spiritual piece is so big. We are not, we are mind, soul is one. We are mind, soul, body, spirit. You can't separate them. We are that. We have to be addressed with all issues going on in our bodies, okay? You can't just have proper mindset. I'm a mindset coach, guys. I've been coaching mindset. I'm sorry. I mean, mindset coach, how come I couldn't get my anxiety under control? How come things would trigger me to the point of fetal position, or, right? Why? Because I had to reset and replenish my microbiome, but I didn't know how. It's very specific, and we've got it figured out. So thanks to Dr. Talbot. I am a blessed, blessed woman. And so I want to spread the news. I want to thank you so much for joining today. And please, please contact me, message me with your email and your phone number, and let's connect. And I want to get you all this free information, more details. Okay. All right. Thanks, guys. We'll talk to you soon. God bless. Okay. So those of you that are still here, that was oh, whoops. Good morning, good afternoon, hang on here. Wherever you are calling in. Sorry, guys. I wanted to I wanted to use this as a training. So the information is all there. We have all the science. We have everything. Notice I didn't say a product. I did say the B3 challenge. That's really, even on there, I don't share what products I'm going to implement or anything, okay? So it's all intrigue marketing. People don't care how much you know until they know how much you care. And I'm so deeply, deeply passionate about this product. And I know that, many of you watching this are involved with me in in this product, and I know you are too. So that's what people need to see. They need to see your passion. They need to see your heart. They want to know, why are you doing this? What does this mean to you? Because the whole time they're going to be thinking, what does this mean to me? What could this mean to me? How could this affect my life? How could this affect the people that I love? Okay. So for those of you that aren't involved, that are watching this video on YouTube, for those of you that aren't involved, you know, I'm sure you're passionate about something and you want to get the word out, whether you're selling some type of coaching or some type of program or whatever it is. Just let your passion be seen. Don't be afraid to be out there and be your authentic self. Whatever you are aligned with, that just burning fire in your belly. You know, I always say that, you know how you know when you're knower? Well, let all that come out, because that's what people will respond to. And people will say, hey, why not? Why not? I got to give it a shot. This guy or this gal, she really believes in what she's talking about. So it must be okay. You know, well, at least I'll be willing to get some more information. Okay. So that's the message in that. So I wanted to share this in a different way with you. I wanted to share it from my perspective so you could just. And the reason why I'm sharing this with the world is I want to empower you as an entrepreneur. I'm so passionate about being an entrepreneur. Why? Because I've been able to do it as a single mom for the last 10 years. And my kids are, 15, 18, 22, 24. So I have 2 out of the home now. And really just one that's home, like all the time. But not much longer, because she's going to start driving soon. But my children around their schedules and work is in and amongst the nooks and crannies of their lives. Now they'll tell you, yes, I've been on the phone a lot and things like that, but you know what? I've always been there. I've always been there, and I've always been able to figure it out because of that burning desire to be a mom and to raise my own children. And I believe that a lot of the issues in the world today stem from, yes, doctor prescribed psychiatric drugs is a big one. Stabbings happening and shootings. And if you there's a movie on Prime, actually, if you watch it and you learn about all these incidents, most of them have been on some type of psychiatric drug prescription, whether it be for ADHD or depression, anxiety, whatever. They're even actually subscribing low dose depression drugs to babies now. I mean, how sick is that? The chemical balance of their microbiome and the signal into their brain so that they can't even function as themselves. There's an answer. There are natural answers. So I believe that a lot of the issues are because of people don't know what to do. And moms that are working and dads that are working and they have limited time because they're trying to get with the Joneses and have, all the stuff for the kids. And I know what that's like, and I'm not shaming you at all. But there are other ways that you can learn how to work part-time from home to start building an income and building a dream so you can phase out so that you can raise your own children. Because like I said to my daughter, she's probably going to get engaged soon and, getting married and having children. I said, so are you going to still keep working when you have children? She said, what about your kids? Who's going to raise your kids? She goes, well, daycare. There are a lot of good daycares. And I'm like, hell no. I'll raise them. I mean, I'm so passionate about this. And please don't accept any shame or guilt. I just believe that kids need to be raised by their parents. And yes, I'm conservative. Yes, I'm traditional. But don't most moms want to be there? I mean, isn't it sad to put your baby in daycare or whatever and then go back to work when you're still nursing? And and I just think that families need to come together and unite and help one another and help raise the family's children. I just believe that with my whole heart, because kids need it. They need guidance now more than ever. And if you don't do it, and if you're not teaching them, spiritual truths and foundational principles, they're going to learn it from the media. And most of the media out there is false. It's fake media. And I just look at how things have changed so much. And I've really sheltered my kids as much as I possibly can, and and I've raised them, but still the stresses of society and where our world is going. I just want to make a difference. I want to help women retire and come home and raise their fathers do the same. And so it's just this, these are the things I'm passionate about. And so I want to know, what is it for you? What are you passionate about? You know, what products, what systems, what type of businesses? Are you an entrepreneur? Are you not? Are you totally think I'm nuts? That's great. You can comment. But if you relate with me at all, if you think, oh my gosh, she's my sister from another mister, would you please reach out to me? Let's talk, because I want to help you and show you that there is a better way. There truly is. So much.